This is breaking news.
Officer of Patrol Borough Bronx. With me are Deputy Chief Timothy McCormick, Commanding Officer of Bronx Detectives, Captain Anthony Macia, Commanding Officer of the 4-1 Precinct, and Captain Eileen Dowling of the Force Investigation Division. The information I am about to provide is preliminary and subject to change, as this incident happened only a few hours ago. Earlier this evening at approximately 7 p.m., plainclothes NYPD narcotics detectives were in the vicinity of Hunts Point and Seneca Avenues conducting an investigation which was not related to the pickup job of a man with a gun. One of the plainclothes detectives overheard a dispute in which one of the males stated that he was going to his car to get a gun. The description of the male going for the gun was given to other detectives at the scene. The male was then seen exiting a black Ford pickup truck at the corner of Hunts Point and Seneca Avenues with a gun in his hand. The male with the gun walked onto the sidewalk where a detective was walking towards him. The suspect was then given a verbal command, "Police, don't move." The suspect then raised his gun and fired one time at the detective, just missing the detective's head. Both officers returned fire, striking the suspect several times in the torso. The suspect was taken to Lincoln Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. The sergeant and detective were taken to an area hospital for a medical evaluation. A Burner HD airsoft pistol was recovered at the scene. I can take a few questions at this point.
All right, guys, you want to go one at a time? Questions? Josh?
I'm sorry, just to be clear, airsoft pistol, so that is, that's an air pellet, a pellet gun of some sort? I'm sorry, I don't know what that is.
It looks pardon me. For all intents and purposes, it looks like a semi-automatic firearm. I will leave the exact analysis up to the lab when they get back. Now, that's what we'll go by.
So could you just maybe go a little bit more into how the police officer, detective engaged this suspect? I mean, how close were they? Was it clear that it was a law enforcement officer at that point?
So one of the officers was wearing a vest carrier that said police on it with his shield. The other officer said police don't move loudly, and it was approximately 10 to 15 feet away.
And it was then that he fired the shot at the detectives after they identified the police officer.
That's part of the preliminary investigation.
Questions? Anybody else?
Any idea what the dispute was about?
Not at this time.
Not at this time.
Any information about the history of the suspect at this point?
The suspect has 10 arrests at this time. 7 of those 10 are felonies, and he has a felony conviction back from 1988 for an assault too.
All right. You have a question over here?
Do we know how many shots were fired either by the suspect or the officers?
10 shots fired by the officers.
All right.
It was wrong by the assault. Could you please hold up the picture again?
Any other questions?
How many times was the suspect struck?
The suspect is struck 5 times.
Five.
Okay. Are we good? Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.